Hey, so it has been a while, but definitely time for me to make another video. Um, it's been 2 years and 5 months on T, and I think the last time I made a video was in March, so 6 or 7 months ago. I think there's definitely been a lot of changes since my last video. Probably the most significant is maybe I feel like my voice is deeper. It's definitely high. I definitely have a lot more facial hair now. Um, but I did just shave, so I look good. And that's really cool, because now I'm kind of getting sideburns, which is fun, because that's something that I wanted. Anyways, I don't have anything specific to talk about in this video, but I got a really cool message from someone that watched my videos about how it's really nice to hear someone with more of a um, I guess, a non-binary gendered narrative about, and I guess thinking back to my beginning transition videos, that was something that I talked about more, so I wanted to just talk about that for a few minutes. I guess, wait, before that, the other changes, I think the most significant is my hairline, which I thought would never change, but it's definitely now, like, gone up a lot in the sides, which didn't happen for a long time, and I think that makes a big difference in my face looking more masculine. Um, I also have like a ton more body hair, um, which I'm not gonna show on here, but it's definitely a thing. And I guess probably also like body build is different. I think if there's anything else, it's the main things. Um, but yeah, so it's interesting thinking back to how I used to think about myself and gender definitely on my mind still on a day-to-day basis, but in a much different way now that I pass pretty much 99.9% of the time. Um, it's interesting because I think theoretically and fundamentally I still identify as gender nonconforming, but there are times when I definitely feel like I identify as now as opposed to then fully gender nonconforming. There's times where I feel like I can identify as a gender nonconforming guy, and that wasn't the case before. And I don't know if that's by nature of feeling like if things have actually shifted for me or just feeling more comfortable in that identity in a space that I couldn't really embody before because I didn't feel like wasn't comfortable with it because I didn't have recognition, which is kind of fucked up because I don't think that one needs outside recognition of their gender to be whatever gender you are, but coming from an honest place, it certainly helped me to own it more. Um, but yeah, I mean, gender, it's the same thing with pronouns, because I've thinking about that recently too, because I still think gender neutral pronouns are awesome, and um, I still feel comfortable using them, but I wouldn't want someone to call me they that isn't willing to call me he, which I was trying to explain this to someone, and they were like, oh, so you don't like gender neutral pronouns anymore, and I was like, no, it's just that I like philosophically, fundamentally, for myself, and in general for the world, I think that they're a great thing and they should be used for everyone and there shouldn't be any presumption of gender, but I guess I don't like it when people aren't accepting of my transition or my gender and then so default to it because they won't see me as a guy, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to post on here more and be more involved again because even now, in like a place in my transition where I am passed by people and like I don't have to think about it as much. I mean, also have less. I'm in like a new relationship now and have less dysphoria. I think sometimes dysphoria comes with people and the dynamics in your relationships and um but gender is still like a thing all the time. Now it's like sometimes being read as often being read as a gay guy is has its issues too, or like spaces that aren't queer minded or like aren't sensitive to gender or like think about like trans things. Because it's like this thing about disclosure too of like I don't want to lead and say like I don't want to be have internalized transphobia and like not say I'm trans because I feel like I haven't worked through it or I'm not comfortable, but I don't want to have to lead with it if I don't want to. Like I want to have the option and be in an emotional place where that's an option. But I also don't feel like it's an obligation for me to talk about my gender to everyone, and like it's something that I'm definitely navigating, negotiating, and like how and when I want to disclose. So that is something big that comes up for me a lot. And yeah, so I want to like get back into making videos so people can hear about different parts of the process and I can do that for myself and like reflect and have kind of a log of where I've been and where I'm at. Anyways, I hope everyone's well. Talk soon.